Hello, hi, I'm Gemma Griffiths, and today I am sitting down with the one and only Lorraine, better known as Locke. Her work as a radio host on ZFM's Stereo Off the Wall, community manager for Moto Republic, MC for prestigious events like the Zimbabwe Music Awards, and creator of the Fest Guru web series, including a BBC Travel Pioneer award shortlisting. She has firmly established herself as a cultural powerhouse and champion for Zimbabwean arts and festivals.
Hello, hi.
Hello, hi. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
No, thank you.
It's honestly so special.
When I got the call, it was an immediate yes. And also, I feel especially privileged because I think I'm the first person who does not sing.
Yes, girl.
That's on the show?
Absolutely. We're so excited. I have so many questions. I'm just like, where do I even begin? But firstly, how are you? Are you well?
I am good. I'm good.
Locke, growing up in Harare, what were some of your first creative sparks? What was it, a story you wrote or a moment on radio or stage that you felt like this is me, this is my voice?
So funny enough, growing up, creativity and I guess the arts and all this other stuff was very peripheral. Not really anything that I thought I could be a part of. So nothing really happened in the early stage of my life. However, I would say my first moment was maybe my first haifa. I had just moved back home. And to add more context, I knew nothing about the creative scene in Zimbabwe. I was literally starting to get to know the city as an adult for the first time. I left when I was 16 and I was back like 12 years later and I knew nothing. Most of my friends were gone. So it was just a new set of people that I was being introduced to. And it just so happened that most of them happened to be artists. And if you had asked me before then, like who the most famous person was or any kind of music, I probably would have said Tuku because everybody knows who that is. Cut to obviously getting to know new people and attending my first haifa. I was like, okay, we have so much talent here. Why did I not know about this before?
Yeah.
And why doesn't everyone get excited about it?
Yeah.
And then it was the final night and Tuka was performing and I was just standing there and there were just so many people. You don't get an opportunity to see the whole of Zimbabwe. I'm talking about, Black people, white people, like all the races, the Indians, the colors, and everyone is just mesmerized and singing along and just, together.
Yeah.
And it was all brought together by this arts festival. So I was very inspired to want to be loud about it. And that's when I knew, I was like, okay, so maybe this is what I need to be doing, is telling people how cool our people are.
Let's go. And you have not failed to do that, Queen.
And I will never stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you don't. We need you not to, actually. That's the real thing.
So I would say that was when I really was just like, all right, I think this is.
Yeah. To be able to see it in action. And just be very aware of like what art can actually do.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And your master's in intellectual property focused on cultural development.
Mm-hmm.
What was the light bulb moment where you thought this could really change how creatives earn a living?
Being around these artists and also having the privilege of also being part of like the creative process and getting to know them as people. I wondered, like, why are you not living differently? Why do you're going to your 9 to 5, then it's studio sessions, or you need to make the coins so that you can go get your art supplies. Designers are just working on the weekends, whereas the rest of the world, or even next door, South Africa or other spaces, you see people actually living off of their art. And that curiosity just led me to try to understand, okay, so what are the mechanisms behind this? And obviously I was suffering from FOMO because, like I said, I can't sing, I can't do nothing. I was like, okay, I want to be a part of this industry. And at the time I was working for a big development agency. So I had that background of trying to find solutions, which is pretty much what happens in the development space. What activities or what programs can you create to fix something or to alleviate a challenge? And I was like, it would be great if everybody was living well and if they were being well known. And I researched and I realized that, okay, pretty much everything is intellectual property.
Yeah.
The way, the protection of it, the rights around it, and the mechanism is what turns what you do into a sustainable lifestyle. And it has other benefits of, social and economic. And from then on, I was just like, all right. And just being an academic as well, it was just like, okay, I can do school.
Yeah.
We can go do that.
We can go do
and it
that.
was great to actually, be fully passionate. And I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this degree.
Yeah.
So.
And have you felt that it has taken a few steps forward? Have you felt any sort of shifts since you've started?
Well, a lot has changed.
Yeah.
I've been in this industry for almost 12, 13 years.
That's good.
And there's been more activity.
Yeah.
We are having our festivals have, workshops and conferences around that. And IP is always a topic now. Whereas 10 years ago, we couldn't really say the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the main thing with artists is having them have an appreciation for it. A lot of the stuff that I'm trying to change is having the subject not being something that is being taught to them, more participatory, having them take more ownership of that knowledge so that things can move a little more faster.
Yeah.
Especially since a lot of things are very Zimbabwe is an informal economy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we just have to play the same game.
We play its game.
We just have to play the same game.
And if an artist was watching this and wanted to know, where do they even begin to learn about IP? Where would you say they start?
Well, I'm building a boutique agency that pretty much focuses on educating artists about intellectual property, and it's everything from music to fashion to film. Like I said, ownership is everything, and understanding that is very community driven.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of advice, I guess the first thing is start there. Like always have that in your mind. And it's not really an ego thing. It's not something to be fighting about or something that should make anyone uncomfortable. Yeah. Like in the studio, split sheets. Yeah. Things like that. Like, just it's very obvious what you're doing. If you are background vocals, you're doing background vocals.
Yeah. 100%.
If, you're the composer, etc., having that. And the way I also try to explain it is always think big picture. That this one session, this one contribution that you could be making to this track is part of a bigger story of the next big thing that you're going to be doing. Yeah. And it's not only just about you. It's data, it's numbers on the board for the entire industry as well, which is integral to the development and the legitimization of the music industry and the arts industry as 100%. A whole. Yeah.
Girl, okay, everyone go find Lark. Do not find her personal number though. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's be
on the IG. Okay, let's talk Moto Republic. Yes. So Moto Republic was Zimbabwe's first creative hub. And can you take us back to what spark led you to say we need a space like this?
Moto came about just as a response to a call from creatives that needed a space, a physical space. People were kind of operating in silos. At the time, hubs, the word hub was a buzzword. Tech hubs were popping up and there wasn't a place for creatives, essentially. And I would say it was inspired by the original hub, Book Cafe. Yeah. And funny enough, that's where I met the creative director of Magamba Farai, Comrade Fatso. And at the time, I was on radio, and I think I had just completed my degree, or I was writing, whatever, I was within it. And so I was just telling him, like, okay, this is what I want to do, etc. And he was like, yeah, me too. And pretty much what we were talking about was just, pushing the needle forward. Like, how do we contribute to making the creative industry a thing? Having it appreciated more, having artists feel seen and recognized and respected for what they do. What can we do? Yeah. So at the time, I did not know that Moto Republic was an idea that he'd had in his head and that they were working on. So when it came to go time, I answered the call and I said, let's do this.
Let's do this. And thank God you did.
I mean, it meant the world to me too. Yeah, I'm glad I did too. I think it's meant
the world to
a
lot of creatives. You gave life to Hustlers Market. Women create worlds, hackathons. Tell me a story about one of your favorite light bulb moments.
Girl, it was just like this.
Yeah.
You know, like...
It's often how it is, isn't it?
No, but okay, what I loved and what we wanted to see at Moto was that collaboration.
Yeah.
We wanted to be a place where ideas can actually come to life. And what made it more beautiful was that we were doing the same thing. The people creating it were also doing the same thing in that space. So quite literally, you know, we'd have the opportunity to travel. I'd go on speaking engagements talking about the space, and I'd see things that I'd want to replicate in Zim, but obviously you can never really do it just like that. And I'll just be having a conversation with anyone. Like, you know, I talked to everyone who came in there, and Hustlers Market, for example, would be like, okay, you know, people would be talking about, you know, do you have shop space? And I'm like, no. They're like, oh, that's sad. We really love to be here, but we just need somewhere to sell our clothes.
Yeah.
And then so we're just like, okay.
Makes sense.
A market. You can come sell your clothes, and then, you know, just make it more.
Yeah.
And it just became a product of the people who visited this space. Like, it wasn't just one person's idea, and no one was dictating, okay, so we're gonna go do this. Kind of everybody just contributed to that. And I mean, I guess they had someone like me who was like, yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's go.
Person.
Let's go. Yes. I like it. Why not?
I love Hustlers Market because it's got so much going on in the music aspect, and I've had some mean cocktails there as well.
So have I. Yeah, funny enough. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now let's talk about radio. Let's talk about you behind the mic and your voice in that way. From Off the Wall on ZFM to features on BBC and CNN. How did being behind the mic change your perspective on creative rights and push you into more IP advocacy?
It gave me more knowledge. Because being behind the mic meant that I was also part of I was part of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I was part of the infrastructure that is the industry. And because I was studying that, it gave me a deeper understanding of how things work, how they can work, and how they should work. And I got to speak directly to, you know, the makers. I got to be with the people that made sure that the music was being played. I got to be the person that played the music. And then I got to meet other stakeholders of the industry in that aspect, and to hear what they were thinking, what they thought the future would look like, what they thought the problems were. And so then that always gave me something to think about and something to do, and a way to see myself in the solution itself.
Amazing. And over that time, have you had any like powerful on-air moments that still like stick in your memory, have given you chills?
Yeah. Actually, I'm getting chills thinking about it. I think, okay, so one of, I think a moment that really was very powerful for me was I got to interview like a childhood friend of mine who had, at that time, was now like a music executive, a talent manager, you know, an industry Bible, essentially. And we'd known each other since we were, I would like to say, 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Very close friend of mine. And I was talking to him. So I think it was, the topic at the time was about like the importance of managers and their role in, you know, in the system. And I'm very, very proud of him. And so we're just sitting there, and we used to listen to radio together, like Radio 3. We used to record the countdowns and all that stuff when we were kids growing up in Belvedere. And so to be able to sit across from each other and be like, he's like, you're interviewing me. I'm like, yeah.
Like, where are you?
And sadly, you know, we lost him last year, but he was such an integral part. And so being able to have that moment was very special for me and still very powerful.
Wow.
And I'm glad we got to do that.
And I think to be able to sit across from someone
exactly. I'm like, we're actually doing this.
It.
And, you know, I've actually dedicated like my agency to him, because he was so instrumental in always encouraging and always pushing and trying to just trying to make the industry be recognized for what it is. And I'm happy to carry on the torch.
If you were sitting on radio right now
Mm.
and you could give an artist or a creative one piece of advice around how to keep their career sustainable, what do you think you would say?
Well, obviously, being the IP expert in, I'm always going to be loud about that.
Yeah.
That's one way.
Yeah.
Just know who's who in the zoo, know what you have in your toolbox,
Yeah.
and just try to empower yourself as much as possible. I mean, they're the most obvious things, like just networking, aligning yourself with the right opportunities and the right people.
Yeah.
And obviously with sustainability, I'll also say sometimes what I've seen is, let's say, for example, with you, musician, but now you're diversifying, because I'm sitting here on your podcast.
Yeah.
That is another product that you are now creating.
Yeah.
So when I say look in your toolbox and be aware of what's there, see what else you can actually contribute towards your own growth, so that maybe if the singing is not working, you're great talking to people.
Yeah.
You can actually, you can hold a conversation, you can educate, you can inspire, you can empower. Lean into that as well.
100%.
Don't put all your eggs in, I guess, one basket. I don't even know if that's the correct term.
That is.
But
We're gonna
go with it.
Don't put your eggs in the basket.
Let's do it.
Many a basket, some balls, some boxes.
But you get what I'm saying.
100%.
If you're a writer, you write music. Let's see what else you can create.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? I think because of how amazing creativity is and how innovative and how diverse it is,
Yeah.
it's impossible for you to do just one thing.
Yeah.
So expand, like allow yourself to,
Yeah.
be audacious and crazy
And I think it's
and
such
see what sticks.
it's such a good piece of advice as well, because they all bounce off each other and they all build into each other, and you can learn business and you can learn so many other tools.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And then I guess another point is, I guess everyone, I think most artists actually have this, to where like maybe like when you were in high school, you told your parents that you wanted to be an artist, and they were like, yeah, about that.
Yeah.
You can do that on your free time, and you went to become an accountant.
Yeah.
The creative industry needs accountants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We need accountants. We need business developers.
Yeah.
We need, like, it is actually a legitimate industry that has roles that need to be filled.
100%.
So you can still be part of what your core love is.
Yeah.
And the main thing may not be doing it, but there's so many ways for you to still
100%.
to still be part of the magic. Yeah.
And you're a perfect example of somebody who has eggs in many a basket.
Yeah.
One of those is also Maiden's Way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the Maiden's Way playlist, my favorite playlist on Spotify, may I just say.
Mine too.
Yes, and it keeps me updated. It keeps me in the know. What does a project like that mean in terms of putting Zimbabwean creativity on the map?
So Maiden's Way is the definitive playlist for Zimbabwean music. And it is put together by a group of people at different levels in the music industry, artists themselves. We have music executives, we have producers, and, instrumentalists. Like, there's a whole bunch of people that actually contribute to that in so many ways. And the reason why it is important is because it also adds to the infrastructure of building the industry itself. It gives a platform and a space where if anyone wants to discover Zimbabwean music for the first time, you go to a Maiden's Way playlist. If you want to know what just dropped this week, or where it even started, there's like hundreds and hundreds of songs on there. And so I think it was just one of those things that was just built so that there is a place for people to go when they want to get in touch with the culture. And also, what I appreciate about the playlist as well, it actually just shows the diversity in the music industry itself, because we know all the people that are super famous, people who are actually just, waving the flag high and the whole world knows them and the style of music that they do. But then now you can discover that, okay, there's a Zimbabwean who does like indie rock, or, there's an R&B girly, all this other stuff. And it is a Zimbabwean musician. And I think those things are actually just important.
Yeah.
Though, yes, the Zimbabwean sound is great and amazing. There's more.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty with music, right?
Yeah.
Is that it is so diverse, and I think to have something like that for Zimbabweans to discover, but also, and something that I quite like loud about is how important it is for the diaspora. And the part that they play in it, because we need the diaspora as they are our strongest streamers, and they move the needle. They make a really big difference.
Being part of it and pushing it forward for me is exciting, because I'm also just constantly, I'm trying to create those moments and those platforms that always have someone thinking, why did I not know this?
Yeah.
Now I want to tell the world about it. I've just discovered my favorite Zim artist today. I just bought my first Zimbabwean purse, made by a Zimbabwean designer. Like, I think that is so exciting, and I think that gives me pride personally when I'm able to do that.
100%. A massive shout out to our sponsor for this episode, Click Send Now, for quick, instant, and affordable money transfers to Zimbabwe. Big love. And we need loud and proud.
Exactly.
Loud and proud.
Yeah.
Supporting local 100,000,000%. If you were to pick somebody currently on the playlist, or an artist that you think at the moment is one of your favorite discoveries?
My favorite discovery on the playlist was Kyla Black.
Kyla Black.
I was like, who, what, where injected into my system right now. I really loved coming across her, for sure.
That voice.
I heard her, like, the whole family is.
Yeah, all her sisters.
It's it's ridiculous.
It's giving.
I'm here for
family.
it. I'm here for it. But yeah, Kyla for sure for me.
Amazing. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
That was my answer. So, looking ahead 5 years.
Yeah.
What trends in Africa's creative space, whether it's music, tech, film, art, are you most excited about?
I would say I'm excited to see more artists taking ownership. And by that I'm not primarily just talking about obviously protecting their rights and things. I mean, like, becoming founders. An example I can give is Empower Africa, Mr. Easy's record label. It's not just a label, it's also an investment platform for artists. He's investing, he's giving the artists equity. Obviously, the equity is their intellectual property. Like, you get your publishing, like, you own your stuff. It'll be great to see more artists taking that on across the board. I also think, like, a great trend also would be seeing more publishing houses pop up. I think that would be something I'm excited to see. Come
100%.
on. Yeah.
And I think that is something that I find a lot of artists still in, on the ground, on the continent. There's a lot of question marks around publishing. How does it work? What is it? All of those things. So I think in that way as well, like, to have more places involved in it and more places that people can educate and learn and realize they can make money off of that.
No, I agree. And each African country is its own little world, right? Like, they all operate differently. And I don't necessarily mean that they need to follow a Western model.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more that I just cut to fit and answer the challenges that we have here, that are more realistic. So that is something that I'd like to see more of, for sure.
Yes. Okay, so we're talking as if everything is always, these are all like big moments and big achievements and things that have happened that have gone really well. But I think it's always important as well as a creative to, because a lot of artists are looking at your career and what you've done and thinking, like, to look at Moto Republic, to look at your time on radio, to look at Hustlers, to look at Maiden's Way, to look at all these things that you're doing. I think it's also important to look at when things aren't going well and when the industry isn't always easy. And is there like a motto or a something that you've been able to adopt that keeps you up when things are down?
I say you got this to myself, like I think at least a million times
Yeah.
a day. And I guess when it comes to, I guess when you find roadblocks as you're trying to build something, and I get people are saying like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and how does that work? Um, you just have to believe it
Yeah.
because you can see it,
Mhm.
and you can see how it's gonna work out. And the most important thing is that you don't stop believing that. And if you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah,
I love that.
they'll see it.
And they have.
Yeah.
And they have. So what are some creatives doing right?
Social media?
Yes.
Girl, I
Yeah.
have the time of my life now. I never used to understand TikTok, and then now I'm just like, yes. Like it's how, I get to discover new music and new people from all over the world, especially how I get to follow my favorite artists as well. I think we're really grabbing a hold of that. The only thing obviously that we're not benefiting from is the money aspect of numbers and views and all that aspect. But then, like I said, we just need to build it for it to fit.
Yeah.
We just need those mechanisms to be here and to be recognized. But I think definitely we're doing that right. I think the artists are sharing more of themselves. They're doing their own storytelling, which I find to be so important because that's just how you turn a stranger into a fan. Your music is great, but I think it's always nice for them to see you be normal or know what inspired this or how that came to be, behind the scenes and all that other stuff. So I think that artists are doing very well when it comes to that. As far as like the industry per se that I've been excited to see in the last 10 years is, there's more stages.
Yeah.
I took a break from, being out and about, and now that I've been coming out, like I just love that I can go to a jazz night. I love that I can go to a pottery and paint. Do you know, like there's just so much fun stuff going on.
Gosh, I want pottery and paint with you.
Right? You can actually, there's more than just going to the club, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's great. And the artists are sharing their gifts. So even like with the pottery and paint, it was someone who actually just like said, I'm selling my stuff, but now I can teach you how to do it. Let's have fun with it.
Amazing.
And it's just, it's involving everyone in the creativity and why this is beautiful and why this skill is valuable as well.
100%.
I can just pop into like a Hunter's Moon and there's a new artist almost every week that I can actually just walk through. So that is the kind of city that I knew I wanted to be in.
Yeah.
And like, you always have these experiences where, I wish I could do this in Zim. And you can.
Yeah.
You
might have to actually
can.
be the one doing it, make it happen,
but pretty much you really, really can.
Yeah,
so,
I've definitely felt that shift in Harare as well, to have so many spaces that you can go and do different things.
Right, like
which we love. I don't know if
you have
the
show doing the different kinds of festivals. Where I think what was the last one? Just a DJ festival as well. Amazing.
It's been salsa dancing. I'm into that.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do
intellectual property pottery and paint day. You have to come and listen to intellectual property stuff.
An IP pottery class.
An IP pottery class.
Yeah.
I mean.
And you get to trademark and brand your things while we're there.
See luck. Okay, so is there anything that you are digging into right now that you're really loving, whether it's an artist's album or a book or a film or something?
I'm always consuming something and I get really excited. Like this year I listened to my first audiobook and it happened to be one written and directed by a Zimbabwean. It's called Sacrilege. I don't know if you've heard of it. Nyasha Hatendi. And what's also special about it, one, great story.
Yeah.
So an American family comes to visit Zimbabwe and they go to this high-end luxury safari as you do, but the sun desecrates the land and this thing called Mbirui starts haunting the village. It is beautiful. I love it because it has the culture, it has the story, it's so relevant, and the story itself is very rich, and it stars Zimbabwean voice actors and actors in that. Yeah. So I think Tongai Chirisa's in that.
Oh, wow.
Sibo
Amazing.
Mhlaba is also in that, so that's amazing. I forget the title, but
Yeah.
you will see it soon.
Cool.
And I think I love that element. So it's based
Yeah.
towards the end of like the Bush War, right before independence, and it's told through the lens of like an 8-year-old girl.
Okay.
So she's pretty much just seeing her, all the older people around her are going crazy because like it's pre-independence, right?
Yeah.
And she's just trying to figure out like
What's
what
going
is
on?
happening. And you know, I think the story is going to be amazing. It looks like it's going to be really great. And music-wise, I'm a big Takura fan.
Yes.
And
he's
I
just
would-
dropped his album.
I had the pleasure of contributing my voice to that.
Oh.
I think he's really talented and really great.
Mm.
And then there's this girl, her name is Gemma.
Oh, I've heard about her.
Have
Crazy
you?
lady.
Yeah, she's wild. She's pretty cool. She's a pretty cool girl from Hawaii.
Get that on camera.
So like I said, like this is, you know, like this is the stuff that I want.
Yeah.
I want to press play and it be a local artist. I want to wear a local design. I want to watch something that is relevant and honest and true and not a stereotypical reflection of what a Zimbabwean story should be.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great time to be part of everything. Right?
We need a list of like things to read and listen to and watch.
I should start
by
doing
luck.
that. I
Yeah,
will.
you
I
should
will.
have
I will.
like a monthly like
Yeah,
what's
no,
hot.
because I think that's always something that is always inspiring, and I feel like even if I'm not motivated, it'll be hard not to, because there's always going to be someone somewhere creating something, and I want the world to know.
We should quickly copyright that with your intellectual property. Nobody steal her idea.
Don't do it, but you can't. You can borrow it. I have so many ideas.
That's cool. I'm also gonna take my little writer's cut, right?
Just go
There's a
ahead.
little
Go
idea
ahead. Go
split.
ahead. She was the
I've
vibe
been
creator,
listening.
the
I've been
inspiration.
listening to Locke about what to do with IP. My 20%, please me out.
There you go.
Okay, let's talk Zim. This is a fun part, and I love this. It's always how I love to end Hello Hi, because it's again bringing it back to Zimbabwe, to our beautiful country.
Yes.
Favorite Zimbabwean snack, and you can't say yourself. Something else.
I think I'm blushing. My favorite Zimbabwean snack has got to be mapani worms.
Whew, you're a brave one. You're a brave woman.
Love them.
Yes, girl.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And I love them especially because I discovered this a couple of years ago. Is you can make them into whatever flavor you want.
Yeah.
And from then on, I was like,
your very own worm
bring
chips.
this.
Yes.
I'm in love with that. So I would say that is top 2, and it's not number 2.
Okay. Nice. Exactly. I used to love mapani worms. I don't eat meat anymore, and I feel like those count, right? Because they were alive.
No, it's an
insects
it's
on meat.
It's insect
I don't know.
meat.
Anyway, I've taken.
We can look that up. We can look that up.
Yeah.
No, but that makes sense. It's a great protein
no food
source.
with a face. I think they have faces.
Okay. Makes sense.
But I like the flavor things, like popcorn, but not.
You can do
popcorn.
whatever.
Yeah.
My favorite flavor would actually definitely be mixing them with like some sweet Thai chili sauce. Try it.
Yeah, little dip. I might have to cheat.
Get it in.
I'll have a cheat on my diet.
Yeah.
What is one place in Zimbabwe that you think everybody should visit once in their life?
This is very corny and stereotypical, but Victoria Falls.
I mean,
like
it's stereotypical for a reason, right?
I mean, it's a world wonder for a reason. Like I think I've seen it like 1,000 times.
Yeah, I never get bored of it.
Every time it hits.
You're just like, where am I?
Like, please.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
I feel like I'm always like, I love the Eastern Highlands, I love Victoria Falls.
Right.
I'm like,
I haven't been to the Eastern Highlands since I was a child, and I'm trying to change that.
Yes. We'll go to the Vumba.
I see you taking trips with other people.
Yeah.
And I haven't got the invite, so
you're officially invited.
I'm just calling you out.
I'm calling you
on your podcast.
We can cut that out. No, I'm joking. Is there a cause or an issue in Zimbabwe or Africa that you are passionate about highlighting?
Yes, I'm a very big mental health advocate. I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to be good and okay up here and in here. A lot of people take it for granted. until it takes you down.
Yeah.
And the world is going through a lot everywhere. And because of the access we have to our phones, and we're just being bombarded with a lot of things. That plus whatever's happening in your own home, or in your own country, in your own space, there's so many things that actually demand us to take care of ourselves and make sure that we're okay,
Yeah.
just so that we can be present and um, be able to just manage and handle the world, and also be able to take care of each other.
Yeah.
So I deeply, deeply am passionate about the practice of mindfulness and wellness, because it's saved my life. It's the day I started to prioritize that, a shift. I'm able to do more. I'm able to be more.
Yeah.
And if everybody can do that, I think we'd all be in a much better place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true, especially in the creative scene as well.
Can you imagine? And artists always, giving themselves
Yeah.
in the form of their craft, and being able to fill up your cup,
Yeah.
and make sure that you're giving from a full place,
Yeah.
always makes for a better thing.
I think the practice of even recognizing that you're giving something so much of yourself. It took me a long time in the industry to realize how much you pour out.
So every day, just take a second to see where you are and how you are.
Yes.
And get back to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
What legacy do you hope to leave for the future of African creatives?
The legacy. The spirit of doing the work. One thing that was very humbling, I guess, in the beginning, when I just thought I had all the answers, was that, a lot of the stuff that you want to do, you want to see, you're probably not going to see in your lifetime. But building legacy comes from having passion and vision, and being dedicated to that, and obviously the love, right? So I love this country. I love this continent. My mark and what I want to see for it is me doing what I'm doing now, and not being deterred by the fact that, I may not have my own record label or publishing house or whatever it is, and to be living large. But I'm creating opportunity for that to happen for somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's good enough for me. So do the work.
Do the work. You're a queen. I feel very inspired.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here like star eyes, just like, the emoji with all the hearts around it. I'm just like, yes, Lark, let's go.
Thanks, G.
So as a little thank you, I have partnered up with My Trees, which is a non-profit focused on reforesting Zimbabwe.
Wonderful.
And this year we are planning to plant 1 million indigenous trees.
Great.
So as a little thank you, we are planting a lock tree in your honor.
Do you see my face?
Yeah, we're going to have a lock tree.
I love it.
I'm hoping in the long run a whole Hello High forest.
Come on. Where?
Where do you want it? I'm thinking the Eastern Highlands. They've got some really good places.
I love this. Oh, that's an honor. Thank you so much.
Visit our tree. But yeah, thank you so much.
That is a treasured gift. I appreciate that.
And I appreciate you and everything that you've said today. I think, incredibly important and inspiring. And I'm going to make sure that everybody knows where to find you.
Thank you.
All over, because I think these are the conversations that artists need to hear, and there's so much to learn. And
yes, I understand, and I'm here for it. So in building, so my IP agency is called Lock and Key, and pretty much there I'm just unlocking IP for creatives, just breaking it down, what you need to know, what you should know, the trends around the world, how it affects us, why we should be on the ball. I really believe that a lot of things are going to change for Zimbabwe and this region that we are in, and we just need to be ready. We need to be ready when that changes, and it's a great IP resource that you can use, and it's free. Absolutely
the gift that
free.
Keeps on giving.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. So guys, go and check out Lock and Key. I'm going to post everything below wherever this video lands, and thank you so much for joining. My heart is full.
I love you.
Thank you so much. This was Hello Hi with Gemma and the one and only Lark, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.